guys, welcome back to my channel, and on today's video I am going to be talking about uni essentials, things that you need to pack for uni when you're going to uni, especially as a first year student. Most of the times you're confused about what to bring, what to not bring, how to bring them. If you don't have the right information, you are going to end up wasting money, wasting space. You're going to end up confused and frustrated. Maybe you may not necessarily need to bring everything from home. You can decide, okay, I'm just going to write this down on my list, and to my parents, they're going to like give me money for it. It's just to make sure that you bring most of your stuff from home, whether it's in the form of cash to buy it in school or whether it's in the form of the main thing itself. Before we get into this video, please subscribe to my channel down below, and when you subscribe, click on the bell so that you can receive notifications each time I post a video if you want that. And like this video, give the thumbs up, share this video to your friends, comment down in the comment section. I wrote the things down here. This is a very scattered list. I'm going to be categorizing it into from very important to not as important to least important. Yeah, I'm going to put the timestamps down in the description box in case you want to click on the timestamps and you know. The first thing I have here is bathing essentials. I advise you bring shower bag where you can put your sponge, your soap, your toothpaste, your toothbrush, so that you don't have to like carry it one by one. That's going to make you like kind of like disorganized. You know, you want to minimize the amount of money you spend in school to avoid buying everything on your own. So when you're coming, if your uni is not close to you, most especially make sure that when you're getting bathing essentials, you get it in bulk. Extension cord is very important because you don't know how many sockets there are. You don't know if there's a socket by your bed. So especially if you have a lot of gadgets, you have a speaker, you have a table lamp, 2 phones, you have a tab, the extension cord saves lives. The next thing here is wood board. Wood board, I don't know, I'm calling it wood board because I don't know the actual name for this thing. It's if you're going to stay in hostel, and usually if you're going to a Nigerian federal university or a Nigerian university in general, I don't know the exact state of other university hostels, but I know that in university hostels the bed is usually kind of like flat. The bed is kind of flat, and then the bed stand is the point that the wood board is for you to keep under your bed so that your bed has firmness, so that your bed, the time when you lie down on the bed, you don't just sink inside. So while I stayed in hostel, I didn't have that. I literally lie down on the bed and I'd sink like how many inches deeper than I'm supposed to be, and it was very uncomfortable. Bring a wood board, and while you're at it, bring extra bed sheets / blankets. Bring like 2 or more in case you need to layer on bed sheets first and then another one, because I don't know, bed bugs. Cleaning essentials. You are going there, who do you think is going to clean up? Because that's even the first thing you do when you get there. You start cleaning. You need to bring your mop bucket, your broom, towels, your detergent, you know, all those things. Because when you go to school and you didn't bring those things, you have to go and start buying them. And after buying, you realize you spent way more than you would have wanted to spend. Normal clothes, very important. I know when you're going to uni, especially in your first year, you are very excited, so you literally want to carry your entire wardrobe to school. I assure you that any piece of clothing you have not worn in the past 3 months, you are most likely not going to wear it in uni. Save yourself the space. Going to uni, you don't have that much space. You just get yourself a wardrobe, and that's literally, you get a wardrobe, maybe a few cupboards or something. You don't have that much space. You may think, oh, I'm going to uni, I'm going to become a totally different person. Like, no, you're going to remain the same for the most part. You're going to remain the same. You're not just going to transform into a new person. So bring your normal clothing. Don't bring stuff that you don't wear. Don't bring stuff that has been in your wardrobe and you just feel like, hey, it's my time to shine. The next thing here is table lamp. Table lamp is something that is very easy to forget. Table lamp is important, especially here in Nigeria where you are never certain of light. So bring your table lamp so that you can easily read, so that you can easily do whatever it is you want to do without being bothered about light. The last thing here is Crocs. Crocs is very important. Crocs or slides, and bathroom slippers. You need bathroom slippers to bathe if you don't want to be too disgusted. Even if you're not going to be in hostel, generally you just need bathroom slippers. And then Crocs and slides are very quick footwear. For the past 1 month that I've been in school, I don't think I've worn anything other than my slides. Like, I just keep wearing them every day if I'm going out, like aside from if I'm going for class. So that goes to show how important it is, because they are portable, they are easy wear, and they are comfortable. fan, whether it's a ceiling fan or a standing fan. I have a ceiling fan and I have a standing fan too, because the ceiling fan works with light. I know light is not always dependable, and the standing fan is rechargeable. So if you can get a rechargeable fan, it's not compulsory, it's not necessary. Things can get hot enough for you to lose your mind. So just make sure that you have that covered. Camp gas. The first 3 months when you come to school, you are going to spend an immense amount of money, whether you like it or not. But something you can do in advance to save yourself that cost is to bring a camp gas. Bringing a camp gas means planning to cook. If you are staying in hostel, and hostels, most times hostels don't accept camp gas, so bring a stove instead. The stove works too. Just bring something that can enable you to cook. Iron. You can't depend on your roommates for iron. Iron is something that any small thing, people are getting annoyed. Why using my iron? Where's my iron? Stop using my iron. So just get yours and avoid that embarrassment. Next thing here is power bank. When you come to school at first, you don't really know many people. Trying to avoid a situation where you're out and your phone dies and you're stranded. Bring a waste bag. Yes, a waste bag. These black bags that you use at home to pack with. You're going to get there and you're going to start looking for small waterproof to keep your trash. So it's better for you to just bring yours. And you know, there's just this thing about being organized, like it makes you feel at peace, at ease. Like if you don't get your uni essentials when you go to school for the first like 1 week or more, you are going to be running around, you are going to be frustrated, you are not going to focus on your classes. 2 weeks in and you're still trying to settle in. So just save yourself all that stress and just get what you're supposed to get a waste bag. And while you're at it, get a dustbin. You know, I said that you can bring the money for these things if you don't want to bring them physically. The point is just to have them in your budget. The last thing under not as important category is snacks. Personally, for me, it is very important, but I feel like it's not going to have the priorities are different for different people. I really suggest that if you're coming to school, especially if you're coming to a strange place, what am I saying? Uni is a strange place for everybody at first. It's going to help a lot if you bring like some of your favorite snacks, like in a good enough quantity, you know, because you are going to want to munch on some things, and getting those things from home is actually going to save you the stress of going out every 2 hours to buy this, to buy that. You want to buy biscuits, you want to buy a drink, you want to buy, you get like either way, whether or not you think it's important to bring snacks, you are going to go to uni and you are going to be moving out every 2 to 3 hours trying to find something to put in your mouth, especially if you don't cook. So here's this advice: a mini fridge. A mini fridge is if you are planning to cook. If you're not planning to cook, I don't think you need a mini fridge per se. I don't know, this is an expensive item, so obviously it's not that important. Like nothing is going to happen if you don't get a mini fridge. But if you want to cook, it's going to really help you to have a mini fridge. Hair products. If you're a girl and you know that you're very specific with stuff you like putting on your hair, I really suggest you bring your own hair product, like your own shampoo, your own hair cream. If you're planning to redecorate your room when you go to school, don't, as much as possible, try to budget for it before going to school, or try to bring the stuff. If you want to use like fairy lights, wall stickers, LEDs, stuff like that, try and get it before going to school, because you know when school starts and you are a fresher, things are very hectic, so you may not really have a time. It's going to be pushed down and become your least priority. So if you really want to do it and you don't want to get overwhelmed by school and end up not doing it, I suggest you prepare for it before going to school. Kettle. I put kettle under least important because it's not really not important, it's important, but then I feel like if you're cooking and you have a camp gas or a stove, kettle is not really needed, because you can always boil your water using a pot if you're trying to save on money or something. But then if you're not, then sure, get a kettle, get an electric kettle. Mirror. People don't think mirror is important, but do you really think you can stay in a room where you don't have a mirror? And do you really want to start going to buy a mirror when you go to school? Mirrors are not necessarily the cheapest items, especially if you want to get a lengthy mirror or if you want to get a particular type of mirror. It's just not something you can consider a trivial item. So if you want to have a mirror in your room, obviously you want to have a mirror in your room, plan for it. Buy it. A jewelry box. I just mean like a storage box for storing your stuff, because you're just going to get a wardrobe, you may not get a cupboard, and then you now have your jewelry all clumped up together. Like before you know it, you can't even wear your jewelry anymore because everything is just tangled up and you don't even have you don't have the morale to start detangling everything. So that is how your jewelry gets condemned and you throw it out in the trash. Like, I'm speaking from experience. You need to have a place where you keep your jewelry if you are the type that wears jewelry. Just to make sure I wasn't just rambling for God knows how many minutes. If this video was helpful for you, please comment it down below. Comment what was helpful. If you like this video, give this video a like. Subscribe to my channel, and when you subscribe, turn on the post notifications by clicking on the bell. And I wish you a very successful move into university. What is your favorite season of you?